Hey guys. Ooh, well, that was so little. Okay. I was like, okay, I feel so out of touch. I have no idea with what's going on today at all. I have not been able to watch any of the Diddy feeds or anything. Um, so I just got on to girl. Hold on a second. It's ugh. Hi everybody. What's going on? We've been in court today. Don't be shy. Come on in. What's going on? We've been sitting with the murder case. If you haven't been paying attention to the murder case, that's what we've been doing all day. Girl, it's this picture of Capricorn for me. Sis, I don't know, baby. I don't even know what to say. We're gonna be back with the trial, but it's not gonna be till 2:45. I just wanted to get caught up because I know nothing. Somebody said they were in a Zoom earlier, and I feel like I was in the same Zoom because I have no idea. I am not caught up on my very important trial watching because I'm busy in Wisconsin for the next 2 weeks. Um, Baby, we got to get caught up real quick. Then homeboy's over here doing interviews. What is going on? Oh, and then a mess. I don't even know. Just a mess. Let me check the docket real quick. I was checking the docket just to see if there's anything new. Today's 5/28. Um and Nesto has court in less than 2 weeks, okay? It was 2 weeks from Monday, so 6/9. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Look, at least we're not going through one of these times where it's like, "Oh my god, there's nothing going on," type of thing. Let's see. Yeah, I guess some of the, channels that are broadcasting are just going with, I guess, having it on the flag for 2 hours, but I just didn't wanna do that. Okay, let me get back to where we were. Just a second, guys. I wanna check the docket really quick and see if there's been any ads. Just a minute. And then I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Everybody say hi to everybody. If you hadn't been here all day, make sure to check in. Okay, two things. I got some messages. One person messaged me about well, these are two things about Jen and CG, Jen Williams and her husband, wife. Um Number one, they did another episode. I guess they're trying to be consistent. They're doing their little recaps of what happened on Basketball Wives. That's one thing, which they did that last night. They went live, and I actually was there when the live started. There were like two people in the live for like the first, I don't know, 10 minutes. Any of you guys who went and watched, it was then they just went through the stuff that they keep talking. I mean, they won't stop talking about the exact same thing. So that was one thing. Then Auntie Lauren and Armani, Christian's friend, are doing their own show, their own YouTube, and basically have like they went to Kinko's or they went and juiced up the printer and printed out a bunch of stuff, and it's almost giving the same thing. If you saw the video where Kiki Wyatt's husband was mad at Kiki Wyatt and he sat up there and had a whole bunch of visual displays, baby, it's giving the exact same thing as that. It's absolutely nuts, but um we'll do that over on OSIP. Girl, wearing a crop top to court, especially if I'm on the stand, it's a hard no. Um, Miss Lady had a crop top on. Hold on. Capricorn's picture is rough. Okay. It's very much giving oh, okay. Capricorn's giving like, don't mind me, excuse me. I don't know. I don't know if sis had got all her Botox dissolved. Baby, look at the nails. Okay. Hold on a second. We could just talk about this picture. Okay. Baby. Sis. What's going on? It's the electric blue nails for me. My God. Girl. Is that considered a crop top? I guess it's like she should have had her blazer and then it would have been fine. Um it's over. There's no toning up. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't maybe she could do Pilates or something, but she might you know how some of us you get to be in your 40s and you just don't give a shit anymore? That's it. Like not that she doesn't care at all, but she might not care like she's like it's okay. I'm fine. Girl, she must have dissolved some fillers and she might not have it like that anymore. I don't know. Um these people don't care. They're just like this is a whole different situation. Girl, that's Capricorn. Capricorn looks like she got hit in the face with a bottle. Okay? Girl, Capricorn, and I'm talking about a whiskey bottle. Like she might be hitting that bottle hard. Okay? And I'm okay. Okay, here's what happened yesterday. You guys heard about what happened yesterday, right? Clark testified, Combs threatened to kill her. I mean, she got threatened to be killed like how many times? Thrown in the East River. They threatened to kill Kid Cudi. I mean, a mess. The funny thing to me, well, not funny, but interesting thing is that she sat with HR about all of her overtime. HR worked out her overtime issue and they actually made her go talk to her boss and her boss trashed the document. Where does that happen at? Well, no wonder she won a wrongful termination lawsuit. So she got some sort of a settlement from a wrongful termination. What is that? Oh, that's the inside of the car. Okay. Um she had to have gotten back pay. They probably gave her a nice cute coin. She was working a lot and she was her wage an hour was off. So wage an hour, she obviously was not getting paid for overtime. She might have been an hourly person, even though because she talked about getting overtime and she said she never got overtime, but only people who are on hourly get overtime, right? But maybe they were paying her salary when it suited them, like, hey, you're just getting straight pay versus, oh, you didn't work 40 hours this week, you only work 35. So when it suited their payroll, it was like, oh, you worked 35 hours because you took the afternoon off. And then, oh, but you worked 50 hours this week, you're still getting your same pay. You can't have it both ways, right? So she got some sort of a settlement after she got fired for like the kabillionth time from Diddy, and they did not give the settlement amount, but yeah, he probably owed her a cute coin, so she might actually be okay. But word on the street is that she's been a little bit, she wants her job back, or she wants some sort of association back because she hasn't been able to get back placed in the entertainment industry since, I mean, basically she's probably blackballed. Nobody wants to deal with her. But and you know what? It may not even just be Diddy. Just to be honest, maybe Bad Boy is like, we don't hire them. You know how like you guys all work for companies, right? Some of you might own a company. There might be a company that when someone comes in to your establishment, or someone that comes into your queue in the form of an application, and you already know, yeah, they suck. Not I don't like their business practices. Like, they're going to have to move hell and high water for me to consider this person, because fundamentally people who come from this company, they don't know how to do this, or they don't know how to do that, or they're not the best, or we don't like their, it's going to take too long to dial back the type of training that they do over there. That's not like our ideal candidate, if any of you guys know what I'm talking about by me saying those kind of things. So it could be that Bad Boy doesn't have a great name in the industry, and it doesn't almost matter who you are. Maybe ain't nobody like, just because you're Bad Boy doesn't mean you're getting in the door. You might have to really, really, really be something or someone for someone to even consider you, because nobody wants to deal with Diddy, and that, and maybe the mess that was Bad Boy, who knows. um I would never go back. I've never been back. I don't spin the block much ever. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say when I barely spin the block with a friend. Like, somebody who gives me their ass to kiss and it's over, pretty much like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Nice knowing you, type of thing, right? I wonder how much Diddy was paying those security guards. Probably still not enough. Probably jaw-droppingly, like, really, maybe 100 grand, maybe 100. It seemed like people slept at the house, or they had apartments, or they had rooms. And so it was one big flop house of all kinds of people living there. And you get some cash. You get a car to drive. You have a room, probably no fucking privacy, no break. It's like being a glorified maid. They bunch of handmaids and Marthas, you know what I'm saying? And not even getting paid decent money. Handmaids, Marthas, and Eyes. Okay. When it's over, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If you mishandle me, I'm done. You're not going to get an opportunity to hurt my feelings, okay? And that's if it even got to hurt feelings part. But if it gets to the point where I'm like, "Oh, really now?" Yeah, I'm good. That's fine. I'm not a bugaboo. Never have, never will. Let's see. All their apartments, cars, and phones and everything. Yeah, they didn't have anything. Like, so people were getting paid. They were basically getting, I don't want to say that they didn't have other bills. I'm sure they had credit cards and whatever else you needed to pay for. But it seems like your lodging, transportation, phones. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure it was fun when you're in your 20s, maybe in your 30s, but at a certain point, no. Yeah, and I'm sure it did send a lot of people to the mental. I mean, look at the people who got away. Some people got away, and then look at Capricorn. I mean, the crayon pictures of Capricorn are gonna send her to the doctor's office. Okay? Those pictures that the artist renditions of her facial expressions are awful. They're awful. Okay, let's see if we can find one. Our takeaways from yesterday's proceedings. We don't know what's happening today, though. Um, we know what happened yesterday. We don't even need the key takeaways from yesterday. Let's see. If you don't know what happened yesterday, okay. So today, hold on a second. I have no idea what's going on today. Uh, okay. So this morning, I guess here's what happened yesterday in day 10. This is the little synopsis. The jury In Sean Diddy Combs racketeering and sex trafficking trial, heard testimony from only one witness, Capricorn Clark, a former employee of Combs. This was Miss Hotsy Totsy. Combs said he planned to kill Kid Cudi. Ex-assistant says Clark testified yesterday that Combs threatened to kill Kid Cudi, whose name was Scott Muscudi, or Muscudi rather, after learning the fellow musician was dating Cassie. We heard about all of that. I wasn't surprised. Like I wasn't surprised at all. Here's who to expect to testify today. Prosecutors said they plan to call 4 witnesses today. Los Angeles Police Department officer, Los Angeles Police Fire Department investigator, Deontay Nash, and a woman called Mia. They've talked about Mia before, the one who is one of Sean Diddy Combs' former assistants and alleged victim. Isn't she one that says that he sexually assaulted her? Prosecutor Maureen Comey said she believes the team will get to all 4 witnesses today. Prosecutors and the defense attorneys are discussing some issues before the jury arrives. Judge Subramanian is on the bench. Prosecutors and defense attorneys are discussing some issues before the jury enters and testimony begins for the day. One of Cassie Ventura's friends, Cassie, they said, was in the hospital yesterday. I don't know if she gave birth or not. One of Cassie Ventura's friends is expected to take the stand. Prosecutors and defense attorneys debated this morning whether Deontay Nash, a friend of Cassandra Ventura, who is slated to testify this morning, should be permitted to testify that Ventura told him about the freak-offs or drug-fueled sex performances allegedly orchestrated by Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutor Maureen Comey and Nash recall that Ventura told him she didn't want to leave her 29th birthday party to have a freak off with Combs. According to the prosecutors, Ventura told Nash, "He's making me freak off on my birthday." Judge Subramanian said he'd rule definitively before Nash takes the stand. The defense argued the jury shouldn't hear the testimony from Nash because it didn't come up during Ventura's testimony. She's unavailable to be recalled to the stand by the defense. Ventura testified that Combs came to her 29th birthday party and insisted they leave the party to have a freak off, even though she said she didn't want to. Jury in Sean Combs' trial enters the courtroom. LAPD officer, prosecution calls Los Angeles police officer Christopher Ignacio. LAPD officer testifies he responded to Kid Cudi's home 2011 and saw a black Escalade flee. Officer Ignacio has been with the Los Angeles Police Department for 16 years. He responded to Kid Cudi's home the morning Sean Diddy Combs allegedly broke in December 2011. At the time, he was on patrol in Hollywood Division and included Kid Cudi's home. He and his partner responded by radio call of a possible burglary to his home at 8:20 a.m. Ignacio testified that he noticed a black... What time is it? Oh, I was about to say. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, guys. Ignacio responded to Kid Cudi's home, and the morning Diddy Combs allegedly broke in. Okay, I'm sorry, I lost my spot. He and his partner responded to the radio call for possible burglary at 8:20. Ignacio testified he noticed a black Escalade parked outside Kid Cudi's home. When he arrived, the SUV took off up the hills as the marked police vehicle with lights and sirens on pulled up behind it. He said he took note of the license plate but couldn't see any passengers through the tinted glass. Ignacio testified that he didn't pursue the Escalade because there wasn't a crime at that point. Okay. Okay, no crime at that point. Okay. Los Angeles police officer describes the scene that he arrived at Kid Cudi's home. Officer Christopher Ignacio with the Los Angeles Police Department is describing the scene when he arrived to Kid Cudi's home. He said that he noticed the black Escalade. When he ran the license plate, the vehicle registration was tied back to Bad Boy Productions. Thank you for the milestone, Boo Boo. Glad to be with the Bougie gang. Woo woo. Yes. Ignacio said he entered the home. The door was unlocked. He testified. Why would he enter the? I guess if Kid Cudi called and said, I guess go in and check, right? Ignacio said he entered the home. The door was unlocked. He testified no one was home, but the officer noticed several high value watches and purses. Some were wrapped, some were unwrapped. Ignacio said Kid Cudi eventually came to the house, but they filed a trespassing report. Defense cross examines the police officer. Police report the alleged break in. Okay. Okay. The arson investigator is the next witness. Fire officials say he investigated the 2012 fire that destroyed Kid Cudi's Porsche. Arson investigator testified. Okay. Okay. I mean, it doesn't. I guess it was destroyed, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've seen worse. Arson investigator Lance Jimenez said a Molotov cocktail in Kid Cudi's Porsche didn't cause the damage it could have. Yeah, I would have thought it was like blown up. The gasoline didn't spread fire throughout the car because the cloth fell out of the bottle that didn't shatter, causing only smoldering fire. Okay, because I was just like, I would have thought it blew up the car, but it didn't. So, okay, so they talked about that. Partial female DNA was found on the bottle. We don't know. Jury takes a break. The jury has heard from 2 witnesses today. Here's what they heard. So Ignacio and Jimenez, the inspector and the police officer. The judge says he'll instruct the jury to disregard fingerprint card testimony. Sean Diddy's mother's present in court during the 10-minute break in the courtroom. Sean left with the U.S. Marshals to take a bathroom break. Combs' mother, Janice, is in the courtroom. Did you guys see Janice today? Hold on. Hold on. Did you say botched? Are you saying Janice is botched? Yes, said I'm wearing my hat. I'm wearing my rain hat and my pixie.
Please don't let me hurt somebody for this woman with Miss Combs. No, I love you. I mean, Uda, mom, you know I love you. No, I love you.
That lady looks like she has on a LaToya Jackson wig. I don't know if that's LaToya with Janice. Janice and her companion. Okay. I don't know who that is out there talking like that. Okay. All right. You think she's looking rough? Girl, I don't know why it was giving LaToya. All right, hold on a second. Let me find her from yesterday. Yesterday she was She had a little different look. She didn't have her hat on because it wasn't raining. Um, Yesterday, this is what it was giving. Just a second, let me find. She got in and out. She seemed, I don't know why they sent her in by herself yesterday because ma'am seemed a little discombobulated. Like she didn't have anyone to walk with her yesterday. Hold on. Hold on a second. This was yesterday. This was the scene yesterday. People want their Miss Janice sighting, okay? Sonya's missing inverter. Sonya's missing fillers. That's what's going on. Sonya on the camper. How about Sonya's RV Adventures? How about that? That's a good name. Sonya's RV Adventure series. Yes. Oh, she's so tiny. Look at her. She looks kind of cute there. She's giving, she's giving fresh from a filler's appointment. Look what happened. She's going straight, just as any octogenarian would. 85. She said, I'm going straight to the closest door. She went to the law enforcement and messengers door, attorneys, law enforcement, and messengers, and look what happened. And they probably have some sort of special credential, or I would imagine they would have just let her in, but clearly it's I don't know who with Reuters had this camera. Yeah, she is getting smaller. Look what happened.
Sorry, we're here to learn. So in a situation like that where I know there's an interview, even though there's no interview.
Hold on. She had to come back out, y'all. It's like, wait a second, there she goes. I don't know who was running this camera, but baby. They're like, Miss Janice, you're at the wrong door, hon. Let's walk you around to the other side. And they did. She got in safely. Why did they let her go in by her? Sis 85, okay? I mean, she made it in just fine, but don't go. Yeah, she went straight to the first door and they were like, yeah, no. Okay, let me get back to, and then I'm gonna let y'all go for a minute because we're gonna start back at what, 2:45 with the murder case trial. Let's see. Jury is back from the break. Let's see what's going on here. So there were 2 police officers. Disregard the fingerprint testimony. Hold on, let's go back over here. So Miss Janice is in the courtroom. That's where we pivoted. What it's like inside the courtroom during the break. Judge Superman is back in the bench, and jury will soon be brought back in. During the break, Sean Diddy Combs' legal team hovered around one table, 3 on each side, whispering. Combs' 3 sons just arrived. So 2 hours and 47 minutes ago, they got there maybe 10 minutes after Janice. Let's see. Hold on. So they came later. Interesting. So they came later. So this guy who's outside is just running his mouth. Okay, so the sons arrived. I don't see them. Probably didn't catch them. All right, so they got there later. And then they came back. So hour and 45 minutes ago, the defense moves for mistrial, alleging prosecutorial misconduct and claims of bias against Combs. I'm sure that was denied. Defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro says the defense moves for a mistrial based on prosecutorial misconduct. Some prospective jurors said during the jury selection they believe Sean Diddy Combs could buy his way out of things, Shapiro said. Some type of conspiracy theory is out there that the type of implication we believe these questions were designed to create plays right into that. Shapiro said a mistrial is the only proper remedy to cure this outrageous prejudice created by the prosecution's conduct. Judge denies defense motion for mistrial. Judge Subramanian denied the defense team's mistrial motion. Subramanian said he doesn't believe the jury is prejudiced and will give a curative instruction to the jury and strike the testimony about the fingerprint cards on the record. Prosecutor Chrissy Slavic said a mistrial is absolutely unwarranted, agreeing with the judge, and the curative instruction could suffice. Jury's back in the room. The judge instructs the jury to disregard testimony about destroyed fingerprint cards. Judge Subramanian instructed the jury that the questions regarding the destruction of fingerprint cards and the answers given are irrelevant to the case and the defendant and are not to be considered by you. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic now continues direct examination of the arson investigator Jimenez. Arson investigator says he tried to reach Ventura and Clark following the car fire. But they didn't want to cooperate, I'm going to assume. Multiple unsuccessful attempts to contact Capricorn and Cassandra. During the investigation months following the fire destroyed Kid Cudi's car. At the time, Clark was an employee of Diddy and Ventura was dating Kid Cudi. Jimenez said also tried to reach Ventura through a family member of hers, but I guess to no avail. Prosecution done with direct examination. Now here's the cross. Defense attorney Agnifilo suggested the arson investigator Lance Jimenez contacted Capricorn Clark in 2012 after receiving test results that revealed a female DNA recovered from the glass bottle. Jimenez disagreed, saying he doesn't believe the timing was related. Jury is shown photos of a black glove of Kid Cudi's Porsche. Arson investigator testifies Clark's brother told him to stop calling. Oh, okay. Okay. Los Angeles Fire Inspector Jimenez testified that after calling Capricorn Clark several times, her brother answered the phone and told the investigator to leave her alone. Jimenez said he got into an argument with Clark's brother, who said she wanted nothing to do with me, nothing to do with the investigation. Jimenez also said he made contact with Cassie Ventura's father, who also was a fireman. Her father told Jimenez he'd let her know. Jimenez left the stand. Prosecutors are calling Deontay Nash, a friend of Cassie Ventura, to the stand. Prosecutor Maureen Comey will question Nash on direct examination. Nash is a celebrity stylist. He said he's testifying under subpoena. And when asked if he wanted to be here, he said absolutely not. Okay. We have to look him up, Mr. Deontay Nash, see what's going on here. We'll find him. Let's see. He's a celebrity stylist, of which I do not see his picture anywhere. I don't see anybody named by him. Okay. Prosecutor calling I don't see his name. He must be known under something else. Anyway, he said he didn't want to be there. Nash says he worked for Combs for about 10 years. He began working for Combs and Ventura around 2008. He said he was an intern in the fashion department at Bad Boy, becoming a stylist. Nash said he stopped working for Combs in 2018. Celebrity style jokes about his headshot in court. Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey showed Nash, his stylist and friend of Cassie Ventura, headshot of himself taken during the time he was working for Diddy. He laughed and said no. When Comey said it was how he looked at the time, he confirmed that it was a glamour shot and said, "Yes, I look amazing," prompting laughs throughout the courtroom. Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Deontay. Um, Deontay is describing some time he said when Sean Diddy Combs threatened Cassie Ventura. Nash testified to multiple occasions he heard Combs tell Ventura that he would beat her ass. Ventura would be super emotional after these incidents. He said she would cry. Sometimes she would just stay in the house for days and go in a cocoon. Nash said he heard Combs making other threats towards Ventura, including telling her he would not release her music and threatening to get her parents fired from their jobs. Combs also threatened to send sexually explicit videos of Ventura. Nash testified. Nash said Combs would threaten not to release Ventura's music anytime she did something he didn't like. Stylist details 2014 incident where he says Combs demanded Ventura change her hairstyle. I was thinking to myself, when was 2014? But that was 11 years ago. 2014 seems like, oh, that was the year I got married. Gosh, that seems like forever ago. That seems like a long time ago. I hope I mean, a lot of this, look, we're into the third week. A lot of this seems to center around Cassie. Is there anything else? I mean, okay, so we've got the Kid Cudi situation, but it's like it all revolves around Cassie. Where are the other situations? Because for Bad Boy to be as big as it is, and Diddy to probably have as many enemies as I might think he does, aren't there any other situations that he got involved in that did not involve Cassie? Is it just my imagination? I feel like we should be hearing more than just about Cassie at this point. Like, I know that what happened to her was important, so don't take it that I'm diminishing anything that happened to this woman, because I'm certainly not. I'm just thinking that I would have thought when you say like a federal case, like you're making a federal case out of this, a federal case, I feel like is a big damn deal. And not to say it's not a big deal, but I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be a little more in depth and complicated and like victim number 25? Like we're still stuck on victim number 1. I'm just not, I guess my expectation of what a federal case was going to bring, maybe I had unrealistic expectation of what a federal case is, because I thought when they said voluminous, I didn't think we were going to hear 8 weeks of everything that happened to Cassie Ventura. Like, where's everybody else? That's what I want to know. That's my main complaint. I'm not saying he's not guilty either. I'm just saying I would like to hear and see more details and like what is actually supposed to put him away for life. And maybe what he's already done would put him away for life, I guess. But when you have a man who's breaking into someone's house, you got someone calling and saying, someone's breaking in my house is open, my gifts are open, my house has been tampered with. You see a car registered to Bad Boy 10, 15 years ago, and the police say, well, there was no crime yet. I don't know. I guess we're going to see. Maybe they handled Diddy with kid gloves around LAPD. You know what I mean? I don't know. Girl, this is a whole mess. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's see what else happened here. So the stylist was on the thing. Ventura's outfit photos had to be approved by Combs. Is that okay? Let me be quiet. Jury was dismissed for lunch. Punisher is out here doing interviews with a blue suit on, looking very square, not looking like his Instagram, not looking like he's part of a throuple. Okay. Okay. All right. They denied the mistrial. Deontay Nash, celebrity stylist, the friend of Cassie. He said Combs and Ventura went to the bedroom. When they came out, Combs grabbed her by her hair and back of her shirt and started pushing her out while telling her to get out of his house. Nash testified that he understood Combs was referring to Ventura's apartment. Nash testified that Combs pushed Ventura halfway out the door and began doing the same to him. He was more so popping me in the back of my head because I don't have hair and grabbing me by my shirt. Nash said he went downstairs to get his car and Ventura and Combs came down later. Puff began to berate us both and finally let us go, referring to Combs. Nash said that he and Ventura began driving away and then received a call from Combs telling her to pull over. Combs then came up to the window and started talking to Ventura. Nash, he sounds bipolar or tripolar. Nash testified that Combs told her he would put sexually explicit videos of her on the internet. Combs said he was going to release them on schedule. He started by sending them to her parents' job. Nash said he said Combs also told Ventura he was the only one that protected her. Ventura was in tears as they drove away. He testified that he told Ventura that if Combs wanted to release the tapes, she should let him since he'd be on the tapes too. She said that he wasn't on the videos and that it was him taping her with other guys, Nash said. Nash testified that Ventura said she didn't want to have sex with other men, but she did it because Puff wanted her to. Deontay's boss, Derek Roche, called him to say he didn't give Nash's address to Combs. He was on his way there. Nash then dropped Cassie Ventura off on Sunset Boulevard so she could catch a cab. When Roche, Combs, and his security guard arrived at Nash's house, Combs searched the house asking where Ventura was. He looked in the oven. I don't know why he looked in the oven. Combs then took Nash's phone, then showed Ventura was calling him from a nearby hotel. Combs then demanded that Nash drive to the hotel while he followed. I mean, it's like, who was running Bad Boy at this time when Diddy had all this time to be running to hotels, playing reindeer games out here, or playing stupid high school senior football captain games? Like, what in the nonsense is going on? And this was a grown man. In 2014, Diddy was damn near 45 years old. He was grown because he's going to be 46 this year, right? He's 55. He'll be 46. 56. 10, 11 years ago, he's too old for this shit. This is too old. You are fucking middle age as hell. Acting crazy. Combs then demanded that Nash drive to the hotel. Nash knew the staff was at the hotel, so Combs told him to sweet talk his way into Ventura's room. Combs' security guard and chief of staff, Tony Fletcher, went with Nash up to the room. Ventura was fighting when he got there. When they told her to go downstairs to Combs waiting outside, Ventura said she was going to go over the balcony as she walked towards it. Nash testified that when he left the hotel, he noticed the car was following him and thought it was Combs security. He said he turned off his lights and sped away until he lost them and then went to a different hotel to spend the night. He didn't think my home was safe to go to that night. I didn't think my home was safe to go to that night, he said. Nash said when he returned to his home the next morning, his backpack contained his ID, $1,000 cash, and his iPad had been stolen. Nash recalled an occasion in 2013 during the music video shoot for Ventura when Combs attacked him while he was outside smoking a cigarette. Combs grabbed Nash and threw him in a parked car, saying, I thought I told y'all about going out, y'all wildin'. Nash testified Combs was referring to an occasion he testified about earlier when Combs told Nash he couldn't go out because Ventura would want to go with him. Nash said let's see, the Ventura. Nash said they were with a few other people in a parking lot outside the music studio when he heard a commotion. Nash said he looked over and saw Combs slap Ventura across the face and say, "Get this bitch out of here." Nash said he took Ventura away and she was in tears. The stylist also testified that he FaceTimed with Ventura while she was getting ready for the Perfect Match premiere 2016. Nash said he noticed she had a black eye. Nash said he saw her in person at a premiere event and could see the black eye under the makeup. He said he also noticed Combs grabbing her side during the event. Nash also testified he observed bruises on Ventura's legs, arm, and neck. Okay. A menace. Yes, he's definitely a menace. This guy needs to go away. He's terrible. Let's hear.
Mi mamá está bien feliz.
Hold on. Let me let the commercial end.
To, after testimony, feel at peace with what you've said, knowing what you do now about what Cassie Ventura has said about how she's felt about these freak offs, what would you say to her if you could?
I would apologize. I would apologize because I had no idea, no indication what she was going through. And if, obviously my involvement kind of furthered her suffering, so just me knowing that as a man, being raised by a single mom and a grandma, just the thought of partaking in a scenario where a woman is possibly being abused is tough to hear. So
hey 504, hey boo boo, how are you? How's everybody doing? Okay guys, let's just take a minute. This guy's full of shit. I'm sorry. I don't believe it's like you know what I mean? Like maybe he does feel sorry and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I don't know that he ever did anything to her. He did what he was supposed to do. He came, he got oiled up, he provided the penis and a good time in the hotel. He didn't participate in beating her up. Whatever Diddy was going to do, he was going to do, whether the Punisher was there or it was Boo Boo or Bebe. It really didn't matter. At the end of the day, that's basically the bottom line. There wasn't no need for apology because, sir, I don't think it was really about you. You know what I'm saying? But he's out here doing all his little interviews and wants to be seen. Okay. Isn't he the one who pissed in her mouth? Girl, I mean, I don't know which ones pissed in her mouth. You know what I mean? It could have been several. We don't really know. Maybe he did. I'm not sure. I think, it could have been anybody. Just to be honest, like, it just seems like Diddy had his people doing the most. Guys, let me go ahead and I'm going to get the other live started. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, but it's going to be like on silent for a minute, I guess, because it's going to start in like 20. Well, no, I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put it on right at 2:40, so court will be starting. Let me roll this one over. Let me get a little comfort break. Okay. Because this has been live for a minute. I know we have some Nesto videos to cover, so we'll get to them, I promise. We have Sonya's Dream. Let's see. We have Sonya's Dream. There's like 3 videos. We'll get to them. We will get back to them soon. Isn't the one who... Yeah. Also, I will not pee in someone's mouth, especially not for a few $1,000s. I will not pee in someone's mouth, especially not for a few $1,000s. You wouldn't pee in someone's mouth for a few $1,000s? I think my pee would be shy. I don't know that I could just be like, oh, okay, group of people, let me just go ahead and I don't know. I couldn't do it. And it's not because I'm standing on principle. I think mine would just be too shy to come out. I think so. To your point, make beauty forever. Let me just say this. Punisher is a professional. So he's used to doing things with his private that none of us would ever do. His body is his bag. Okay. And considering that most of us don't make bags off of our body, you know what I'm saying? Like their rules are totally different from ours. Peeing was probably like the easiest task that he could do in a day. Like, oh, you want me to pee? Perfect. Like, that's cool. Girl, Young Miami and R. Kelly. I don't know what it is about that, but that's nasty. That's so nasty. I'm not even going to hold you. That is so nasty. There is not any amount of indoctrination, brainwashing, or gaslighting that would ever convince me to think that would be something sexy. Okay. No. Just the smell alone of pee-pee would just take me out, and touching my skin, never. Okay. Never. I had a random YouTube guy ask me if he could give me are you kidding me? What? Wait a second. You had a random YouTube guy? Someone from YouTube ask you if I would give him years ago while waiting on our cars to be. What does YT mean? Oh, white guy? Oh my God. I was like, YT YouTube. What? Bible lady. He must have thought you were something. Okay. Yeah. I always forget because YT is my abbreviation for YouTube. Whenever I see YT, I know you guys have told me this a million times. Shame on me. I forget. I always think when I see YT as YouTube. I do. I swear to God. But oh my God. So a random white guy at the service in the service department just came out of his face and asked you that. Did you go run tell your service manager? I would have had him arrested. I would have been like, I would have just passed out. I would have just sat there and just slowly melted away until I fell on the floor and the people were like, "Oh my god, Miss Lady fainted." And then I wake up and say, "That man said something very nasty to me." Yes, a white person. Okay. Okay. YT equals white guy. Okay. I know now. I know now. I bet you I'm not the only person that did not know that. Does everybody know that the abbreviation for white is YT? Because the abbreviation for black is what? BLK? Black, right? Why would I didn't know YT. I thought it was YouTube. Okay. Don't get me to lying. I didn't know. But everybody knew. Everybody knew but me. Why didn't y'all told me? Y'all, I'm sheltered over here, okay? Okay, see, Jackson Tabasco did know, okay? I'm sheltered. My ex-girlfriend my ex-girlfriend used to beg me to do it. What does that mean, Vicky Vale? Vicky Vale, are you telling us something? Are you coming out the closet with us? Your ex-girlfriend, as in Boothang, or your ex-gal pal? Are you telling us? Are you letting us into your business? She said her ex-girlfriend used to beg her to do it. Vicky, come to the head of the class, please, since you want to tell your business. Shoot, Vicky Vale is trying to tell us something today, girl. Let us know. She said she used to have to beg you. She wanted me to tinkle on her. Really, Vicky? Vicky is telling us her business today, y'all. She said, "Baby, I swing both ways." Okay, this live is taking a left turn. Who else is going to come tell us their business today? Okay, thank you, Vicky. We might have to make girl, we might have to make a truth or dare Wednesday. Girl, tell us some of your business. We won't tell nobody. Girl, okay. Okay, Vicky, and we're not judging. Okay, we're just listening and we're not judging. Okay. Okay, thank you for letting us know something interesting. Okay, variety is the spice of life. The PP is abomination. PP is it is not a good we're not even going to get into the conversation about what the PPing is all about, but that's too much. That would make me throw up. No, I didn't see the comment about the balloons. What about the balloons? Can I say something too real quick, guys? One of you guys, okay, Caddy Love, if you are out there, I don't know if Caddy Love is in the bushes right now. Caddy Love sent me a beautiful gift. She has a company. She sent me a little card. I'm going to have to I jumped out the car today. I got an alert. I had something at the post office box. I went, picked it up. Of course, I could barely get to the car because I was so excited. I got a gift from one of you guys. Of course, I opened it up. I was just so excited. I took it out the box. I got the card. Everything is sitting on the kitchen in the island. And I didn't do a photo shoot. Normally I'll take a picture and post it and thank you guys, official. So just stay tuned for that. But if Boo Boo out there, Caddy Love is out here and you're hear this message, I just wanted you to know, thank you so much for thinking of me. You guys are so sweet. And I love getting those alerts from the post office that I have something in my mailbox because 9 times out of 10, it's something good. And I appreciate you guys doing that. When you guys actually think to send me something is just, it brightens my day. It really does. It means so much. And I just want to thank you so much. And I will take a picture of it because I want to share it with everybody. Because number one, it's cute. And number two, sis does have a business. And I want to show you guys. So if it's something that you guys might be interested in, you guys can buy one for yourself or for a friend or something at work. We need a bougie at night session. We do. We do. I was so down and out for the past month, guys. It's hard to believe that it went so soon. I had a guy offer me to step on balloons. I don't, Bible lady, you must be some type of sexy kitten or something. You know what I mean? Not that that's your fault. I mean, I guess we'll just blame it on your mom and dad for producing like a very sexy human because I have never heard of someone be propositioned for so many fetishy type opportunities. You must exude some sort of cha cha cha. Like, this must be walking around hot to trot because you've told us about two situations that most people will never even have happen to them. Okay. When I was younger, I used to go out clubbing a lot, and older white men would approach me with the most inappropriate things. Oh, Vicky to the Veil. Bougie Gang has some sexy women, okay? Some sexy folk in the mist, okay? Bible lady is holding on a little bit, okay? She must be holding on to a little bit of something, something over there because baby, sis gets all kinds of different. I've been told that you must have you must have some sort of a sex appeal uh that drives men crazy, okay? Petty Patty says she don't have any stories. Girl. You know what? I'm going to be honest. If I had a story, first of all, you know my policy, take it to the grave. I would not be, girl. It would be going to the grave. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I just suspect that by the time I realized I'd been propositioned, a year had probably gone by and been like, really? You think that's what they meant? I didn't know what they were talking about. I don't know. I didn't think anything of it, girl. I went right back to work. Baby, I am really, I don't know if that's a Virgo trait about me. Just say what you mean. Just don't give me any clues. Tell me what's up. I need to know straight up and down what the fuck you're talking about. Because if you are beating around the bush, I promise you I will not get it. Okay? I won't get it. One of my good friends, she would say, you know, you're like too smart. Like you just see right past certain things. I just do. I don't get it. I'm the worst at like a comedy show because half the time I don't get the jokes. I'm like, what was that? What was funny? Oh, Integrity Matters got some stories. I don't have any stories like that. I got some stories of things I've observed in other people because you know I peeps what's going on. But as far as what's going on with me, girl, I'm the one sitting back in the cut watching and observing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I've probably been propositioned more than once because I think two literally aside from a drunken girl's kiss at a titty squeeze and once in college, I'm very vanilla, okay? Because sometimes I just don't get it. Sometimes I have to like read stuff 3 times. Like that's not even a play. That is, I have to, like, I'm kind of like, what does that mean? What was I don't get it, guys. Can you explain it to me? And that's real. Um, what? Oh my God, Sonya's missing inverter. Really? Oh my God. Okay. And you make beauty forever. So either make beauty forever, somebody stole your avatar, or that's our girl right there. Um, baby. Okay, put it plain, put it plain. I get it. All right, you guys, we are 10 minutes to going back to court. If you guys are going to join us. I'm going to shut this one down and roll you guys over. Um, let me see. Did I roll it? Let me roll. Let me roll this on over so you guys can come and support Trial Watch. Let's see, redirect. I hate to have to do this tomorrow. I'm going to work on some graphics so that over the 2 hours we'll probably talk or something. But I'm probably going to work on a graphic. So just to keep the live up and going during the break time. That way I won't have to break down the lives into 2 lives anymore. Okay, I just rolled it over to the next session that's starting at 2:45, and I'll start that one right away. So you guys can go ahead and come on in the room. Okay. When I was younger, white guys would ask if I would be a dom. Really? Why can't people just be respectful and not go there? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't get the innuendos either. I need when people are like, "Oh, I was trying to tell you." No, don't try to tell me. Just tell me what's going on. Um, I never get the hint. Thank you to my member milestones. Members, thank you so much. Diddy jacked up. The stylist is Deontay Nash. We need to see some pictures of him. And hey, glad to be with the Bougie gang. Whoop whoop. Okay. Yeah, no offense to, but it's like I would like to hear about some other situations. I would hope that there were no other victims, but I'm sure that that's not the case. I would just like to hear about, like, is this whole entire case about Diddy and Cassie Ventura? Is this whole federal case around the situations revolving around the time and place of Cassie Ventura? Or is there more to this story? Is there more to this story? It just seems like this is all at least the first 3 weeks. And if this is going to be an 8-week trial, we should almost be to the halfway point. And I would like to hear a little bit more about something else. The next victim is Mia, maybe Mia, the former assistant. I think there was something about, remember I read to you guys a motion that there was someone named Mia who was supposed to be another victim. Is she the one who wanted to, she's not the one who wanted to be under a pseudonym. There was something about Mia in the filings. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and check and see what was going on with Mia. But anyway, that's our little Diddy update for the day. This is our Diddy update. Of course, it went left. Why wouldn't it? It's a Diddy update. So that seems to be what's going on so far today. So if you weren't following earlier everywhere else, that's what's going on. There was a police officer, there was a fire investigator, there was a stylist, and I think there's supposed to be another, waiting to hear from Gina. And there's another person potentially named Mia who's supposed to be coming to the to give her testimony today. So you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go so we can start up the other live. You guys have a good rest of the afternoon. Just go ahead and get rolled into the other one. Talk about whatever you want to in the comments. I mean, we'll just be listening to the trial, okay? The trial starting back up. Maxwell Anderson, he is on trial The state of Wisconsin has brought him to account for the death of Sade Robinson, who unknowingly, unsuspectedly went out with this guy on a first date, but he had other plans to do her in. And the state of Wisconsin will be holding him to account, started today. And we've already started hearing testimony. They're on their fifth witness is getting ready to hit the stand. I think it's number 5. So let's go ahead and shut this one down. And I'm going to get the other live started right away. So make sure if you're on the replay, we'll see you over on Maxwell Anderson, Sade Robinson court watching. Okay. I'll see you.